The man cold, a stereotype that men suffer more than women when sick. However, there may be some truth in it. For SARS-CoV-2, the coronavirus that caused the COVID-19 pandemic, and its deadlier cousins, MERS and SARS-1, males have a higher incidence of infection and mortality rate compared to females. But what causes this sex bias? One factor that may influence whether you experience severe or more mild infection, also called tolerance, is differences in sex hormone signaling, specifically dihydrotestosterone or DHT in males and estradiol 17 beta or E2 in females. But how sex hormones contribute to SARS-1, 2, and MERS severity has yet to be explored, until now. My name is Marin Habbick, and to investigate the influence of sex hormones in coronavirus disease severity, I will answer 3 questions. Question 1. Do sex hormones affect viral replication in human cells? To do this, we have a petri dish of cells. We add our virus, we add our sex hormones, and then we measure viral entry, load, and titer. Or, without the jargon, we see if sex hormones affect how much virus enters the cells, once inside, how successful is it at making copies of itself, and how many of these copies pass quality control and can go and infect nearby cells. Now, if the sex hormones do affect viral replication, how can we rationalize this? Leads to question 2. What are the mechanisms underlying sex hormone action in human cells? To do this, we'll identify the chemical messages sent by DHT and E2 during infection and see if they differ. So again, we bring back our petri dish. We add our sex hormones, we add our virus, but this time, rather than seeing how the virus reacts, we see how the cells react. But now you might argue, questions 1 and 2 only look at sex hormones in a petri dish. That's not very representative of a whole organism. And you'd be right. So question 3. Do sex hormones contribute to mechanisms underlying tolerance in animal models? We have data collected from a past project of male and female animals infected with MERS. One group were tolerant, the other suffered severe disease. By comparing the infection response in these animals, we can determine if sex hormones serve as a puppet master during infection and influence how sick these animals get. But why should you care about sex hormones and coronavirus infection? Well, 3 pathogenic coronaviruses have emerged in 20 years. More will surely come, and we still don't fully understand why some people get really sick and others don't. My work will determine how sex hormones contribute to coronavirus disease severity and will thus highlight the need to consider sex as an important variable in all future coronavirus research. Thank you.